watching KWQC TV, making a difference in the Quad Cities. Live from the Quad Cities, with Morgan Otier and Kyle Keel, this is Quad Cities Live.
Today on QCL, the Figge Art Museum is here sharing creative and budget-friendly handmade gift ideas you can easily make at home. Plus, marking 75 years of meeting the need in the Moline-Coal Valley School District, we'll learn more about the Share Joys fundraising program hosted by high school students. And later, with temperatures dropping, the Illinois Extension is here with more on how we can support the wildlife in our landscape during the winter months. It is Thursday, December 5th, and you're watching Quad Cities Live. Thank you so much for joining us on this very cold day. I'm Morgan Otier. It is the holiday season after all, and all month long, you can get Grinched in the village of East Davenport. That's because Kelso's Corner Bar has undergone a major Whoville transformation. Joining us is the owner, Kelsey Seibert. Kelsey,
hello.
Thanks for being here.
Thank you for inviting us.
Yes, we're so happy to have you. Look at this kitchen. The QCL kitchen has been
we have
Grinched
your kitchen.
Yes, you've Grinched. We are so blessed. But this is only a fraction of what we would see if we walked into Kelso's on Mount Street. A big congratulations as well as an order, because you guys are about to mark 2 years in business.
2 years. I can't even believe it.
I can't believe it either.
Like, part of me, I'm like, I feel like I've been doing it for 10 years. Part of me, I'm like, it feels like yesterday. So it's super exciting.
You've been doing a wonderful job. People love the place. You're a big fan of themes. You're a big fan of pop-ups. This Grinch theme, of course, is incredible. Where did you come up with the idea?
Truthfully, I know I've been trying to think about that, but I'm like, we did like Christmas last year, super cute, but definitely like a green theme goes with everything we got at Kelso's already, and the Grinch is like, he's like somebody that would come drink at Kelso's, I think, you know, so it's cool to...
He'd belly up.
Yeah, exactly.
Belly up, absolutely. Describe the decorations. Yeah, there's Baby Grinch there in the photo. You also brought Baby Grinch with you here today. The decorations that you guys put up, I mean, you all do this?
Yes, so me and Lexi just did everything inside, and then my boyfriend did everything outside.
Oh my gosh.
From wrapping paper, every wall, the green fur is huge, huge thing. Everything outside, we have a 25-foot Grinch outside.
I saw that.
We have a 6-foot one inside.
The ceiling is furry. The ceiling is covered in Grinch fur.
I know, yes. All the little details, you know.
Yeah.
Then we'll have the green cocktails, you know, even just green cups, like just adding all the details.
It's just really fun for people this time of year. So speaking of, you just mentioned it, your menu definitely reflects the theme.
Yes.
And you brought us an item from your menu here today.
The Grinch Mule today.
The Grinch Mule.
It's a fan fave for sure. So a little twist on the traditional.
Finished, correct?
That's finished.
Okay, that's finished. So we've got a green drink here, folks.
Yep.
Okay, so
taste test and everything.
Yes.
Okay, so we're doing a little salt rim on it.
Okay.
You know, the Grinch, I think that goes with his style.
Tart. Yeah.
Yep. Tito's vodka. And then just a little Midori, which is just a melon liqueur.
Okay.
But we need the green, you know, for sure.
Yeah.
And then ginger beer with a little cherry on top. Well, it sinks to the bottom, but either way. For the Grinch's heart.
The Grinch's heart.
How fabulous.
Yes.
Oh, right at the bottom.
Okay, and I'm going to taste it. Is that okay?
Absolutely.
Okay. We all love a mule.
We do. And a little salt. It's a little mix.
It's really good.
Yeah.
It's really good. It doesn't taste grinchy. It tastes delicious.
Yes. There we go. We love to hear that.
So this is something that people, they stop by Kelso's, they can order this right now.
Yes. Oh, yes. Today.
It's available. Okay. There's also a lot of upcoming Grinchmas events, starting with this weekend, actually, on Saturday.
Yes.
So everybody knows that the Village of East Davenport has its Christmas walk happening both Friday and Saturday.
Yep.
And you have just some fun stuff going on for that.
Oh, yeah. We're giving ornaments to the kids. I have these little Grinch toys, sort of,
cute.
to give to the kids. And the Christmas walk, you know, we love that event in the village. It's always big for us. And then we have pretty much something, I feel like, every week from there on out.
Yeah, you really do. And we're going to go over it. Okay, so December 11th is your White Elephant Party. You've also got live music later in the evening. So what are you guys going to do with White Elephant? I've participated in these like with friends and family before, but never with like strangers.
Random people? Okay, yes, it is always interesting. So we just do like a $20 gift. And because exactly, you're not sure who. I think it's even more fun.
It's funny
because
that way.
You kind of just, it's when you can just get your favorite gift and then bring it to the party.
Steal it.
And we do all that. We usually are around this huge table. Last year there was like 15 of us, so it was fun.
Yeah.
And anyone's welcome. And it's even cool because there's people that didn't have, family in town, so they're like, this is like the only present I'm gonna get. So just cute. We love that.
No, it's really great. You provide a little bit of a community there at Kelso's.
Yes.
And a lot of people that know each other. It's kind of like the updated and modern Cheers bar, I think, of the area, which is really cool. So for that event, do people need to RSVP or can they show up?
Nope, just show up.
Wow, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
Okay, so what do we have next? We have Grinch Bingo is another one of the events.
Yeah, prizes, fun prizes. It's just Grinch themed, normal bingo, but it'll just be a good time on a Sunday,
And we'll post these too on our website. So as we run through them and people are going, that sounds good, and they can't find it, they can always find it on your Facebook page.
And our website has all of our events.
Okay, this one though we have to talk about. So Saturday, December 21st, right before Christmas, Hoobalation
is going to be insane.
Okay, tell us about what Hoobalation is.
Okay, the Grinch is going to be there live. Hoobalation, you have to definitely watch the movie, I feel like, to get all the things. We're going to have like Jell-O mold contest, a fudge contest, potato sack races. We're going to have like Grinch themed food, essentially.
I love it.
Just really full dive into the actual Hoobalation.
And if you dress like a Who, you could actually be crowned.
Yes. You can. And then and the Grinch will be crowning the people of like the winners of all the things. So it's going to be really hilarious, I think.
That is really, really fun. Okay, and so I want to also just touch on the other, 330 days of the year at Kelso's, because like you said, you're about to celebrate 2 years. Before you opened, and even since you've opened, there's been so much work that you have put into this business, into this building. Right now we're seeing some images of your outdoor area.
Oh, the patio.
Yes, which recently is like pretty much complete, if not complete.
I need to not do anything else.
Right.
I need to chill for a while. But the patio just got done the end of June.
Yeah.
And then we've just been out there. The fire pit's fired up 1st October.
There's a couple of fire pits out there.
Yes, a couple of fire pits.
So this weekend is great weather.
We'll be around those for sure.
Yeah.
We're super excited. The patio has just been another level of just fun.
Another level of excitement. It's great. It's good for all the events that are down in the village, and you do food trucks pretty much multiple times a week. So yeah, it's definitely something to see and something to be proud of.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for coming in today and doing all of this. You and Lexi. Shout out Lexi.
Shout out Lexi.
Shout out Lexi.
Our girl.
Kelso's Corner Bar is located on Pound Street in the village of East Davenport. It's open every day of the week, and you can stay up to date by following along on Instagram, Facebook, or by visiting kelsoscorner.com. Kelsey, once again, thank you for coming in today and just doing all of this and making this show fun. We appreciate it. All right, well, still to come on QCL, embrace your artistic side this holiday season and give the gift of something handmade. The Figge Art Museum will be here with creative and budget-friendly ideas.
You're watching Quad Cities Live.
It's the season of giving, and if you're trying to be more budget conscious or simply want to add a personal touch, consider creating something yourself. Joining us today from the Figge Art Museum with some ideas is Studio School Coordinator Keely Alexander. Keely, welcome back.
Thanks for having me back.
Thank you so much for being here. It's always fun when Keely's in the house because we know we're going to be doing something or learning something. So Keely, handmade gifts, as we mentioned, they oftentimes feel much more thoughtful, personal, but we also, a lot of us who are not crafty, we don't know where to start. So what are you going to be showing us today?
So today I'm just showing you a simple way to make a handmade ornament as well as simple greeting card as well too.
Oh, fabulous. And we can make these from home.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, so we have the ornament, we have the greeting card. We talked about being, cost conscious and budget friendly. So roughly, since you did purchase these items, roughly how much are we looking to spend?
I mean, realistically, a lot of this stuff is going to come in a set anyway, so it's going to last you a little bit longer, but our favorite friend at the Figge, Model Magic, is
Model Magic.
Yep. It is an air dry clay. You can get a tub of it for $10 or less usually. There's even smaller packets that we love to have as well too. So,
oh my gosh.
And this small packet made all the ornaments that I have here today. So
oh, that's good to know.
Yes.
Okay, and you know what, I was just thinking too, I mean, we're talking about making something today, but those tiny packets, what a cool stocking stuffer idea and things like that for the kiddos, just to start getting creative. Okay, so let's start with that then. Let's start with the Model Magic ornaments.
Yeah, absolutely. So Model Magic is just air dry clay. It'll last a little bit, so if you have any indecisive kiddos or even yourself are indecisive of what to make, it'll take about a day before it'll dry.
Okay.
And my favorite techniques to do are just kind of any kind of simple tools like a coffee stirrer or toothpicks or anything like that, and even cookie stamps if you have anything to actually cut out the shape of what you want to do. So this one I cut out with just a regular cookie stamp that we had at the museum. Same with the snowman, and I just kind of added the little details.
Yeah, that's cute.
But this one right here is one that I actually sculpted myself.
Okay, you sculpted that one yourself.
Yep.
That is so cute. And then roughly how long does it take for that clay to air dry, did you say?
It maybe a day at the absolute most, but I mean you can start painting and coloring it within the same
the same
time frame.
day. Okay, and then you just attach.
You can do
to hang it
yarn, ribbon, even like leftover pipe cleaners or anything like that. This makes a good hook to put on your Christmas tree too.
That is great. So yeah, a gift that you can make yourself, or even like this is just a really fun craft to do. I mean, the kiddos are going to be home from school for like 2 weeks.
Yes.
So all really good ideas. Okay, so next we've got finger painted greeting cards. And would you say this is a good option for beginners?
Oh yes, absolutely, of course, because all you need is, of course, either paint, or you can even do something as simple as markers, just coloring your fingers.
Oh.
And this is probably the most simple design I have.
That's pretty though.
Yeah, and it's really simple. You're just making the shapes. And one thing, also to take into consideration, you don't have to just use your thumb like what I did on this one right here.
Okay.
Think about using all your fingers because they're not all the same size.
Okay, and what did you do? Did you use thumb for this one too?
Yep, and after it dried, I just took some Sharpie, or you can do a pen, marker, whatever you want to do, and just add little extra embellishments on how you like it.
Yeah, this is such a cute idea, great idea from the heart. I can only imagine too, like, having one of the kids do this for like a grandparent or something like that. It's just that much more meaningful to be able to give them something like this. So while these already feel personal, there's also ways that we can customize them even further as well.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, just going ahead and, adding any extra paint with actual paintbrush, Sharpie markers, anything like that. Also taking maybe some Q-tips with your paint or your marker and just adding little extra dots or whatever you want to do to kind of add extra detail.
And when you're the one who's making the ornaments and things like that, you can put, someone's name on it or your grandma or something like that. So, yeah, it's really cool.
Absolutely.
And so why do you think that, creating gifts for the holidays kind of adds a special touch?
Well, it shows that the person that you're giving the gift to, that you took the time out of your day to think about them and you wanted to make something special just for them. So I think that's really important to show anybody of any age.
Yeah, absolutely. And so if people are like, okay, I want to do the crafts, or maybe that's not something that they're planning on doing this year, they can still give the gift of creativity through the Figgy. So while Keely is here showing us these really great options, talk to us a little bit about maybe some possible gift ideas also having to do with the art museum.
So we have currently classes listed on our website all the way through the end of May as of right now.
Oh, wow.
And so maybe think about, if you aren't quite sure what someone would want or know that they like to do art, always think about classes at the Figgy. You can give me a call or check out the website. We do gift certificates. You can enroll others as a gift into classes. I just did one today, actually. So
that's awesome. Yeah, that is such a great idea. And sometimes it just takes like hearing you say that for somebody watching right now that was going to go, oh my gosh, that's perfect for my granddaughter. She wants to learn how to do sculpting. She wants to learn how to do painting, like all of that. Those are really great gift ideas, and experiences over materials sometimes can really make a big difference, especially as those kids start getting older and you start to go, I have no idea, you know,
yes, exactly.
what to get anymore. One thing I wanted to ask you about, when we had the Figgy on recently, I believe last week or the week before, we talked about the buy one, give one memberships at the Figgy. Is that something that's still going on right now?
Yep, it's still going just for a limited time.
Okay.
Until, I'm not quite sure until, but it is.
But that is something that's happening right now.
Yes.
So even though we may not have the expiration date at our fingertips, that is a really cool thing that we learned about just a couple of weeks ago. If you go and buy a membership at the Figgy right now, you can actually get an entire another membership that you can gift to somebody else. So that is an awesome thing. Awesome.
Absolutely.
Well, if you want to learn about any upcoming classes or workshops like Keely talked about, or if you want to learn more about any of the exhibitions coming to the Figgy, all you have to do is visit figgyartmuseum.org. Always, Keely, just such a pleasure to have you in the studio. Thank you so much. Coming up on QCL, an initiative in the Moline-Cole Valley School District is marking a 75-year milestone. Up next, learn more about Shared Joys, an annual fundraiser hosted by high school students.
You're watching Quad Cities Live.
It's a Moline tradition. Share Joys is a fundraising initiative that's raised more than $1.5 million for students in the school district since 1949. And this year marks the program's 75th anniversary. Here with more is Moline High School teacher Heidi Norcross and Moline student Rowan Smith. Thank you both for being here, ladies.
Thanks for having us.
Yes, what a really cool initiative. And I loved learning about it in preparing for your segment here today. But Heidi, for anybody that doesn't know about Share Joys, just give us a little background on what it is.
Sure. Share Joys is a fundraiser that is unique to Moline High School. We actually do it every holiday season, where the kids host an array of events and sell foods and snacks and treats, and all the money that we raise goes to buying clothing for about 375 students in the Moline-Cole Valley School District.
That's amazing.
Yep, it's pre-K all the way up to 12th grade in all 15 Moline-Cole Valley schools. It kind of started in 1949 with the editor of the school newspaper, the Linotype, and she had an idea to buy toys for kids. It was originally called Share Joys Buys Toys.
Right.
And then they changed focus a little later to make it a clothing drive, and we've been going with that for the last 75 years.
Wow, what an impact.
Yes, definitely.
That you have been able to have. Amazing. So, Rowan, I can imagine that this brings the entire high school together. This is something that's really important to students. What are some of the different ways that you guys work to raise money?
We do all sorts of things. So a lot of our clubs in our schools host different events. Our NHS, National Honor Society, does a lot of the big out front work. We had our annual donut eating contest this year that raised about $7,000 that happened this morning.
Wow. Congratulations.
Yes, thank you.
That's amazing.
And then on the actual days of Share Joys, that is next week, next Thursday and Friday.
Okay.
The whole school will give tickets to do fun things in their classes, like watch movies or play games, and the departments host different things, like the English department will have Happy Joe's Pizza and Old Town Bakery cookies, and our World Language department will do quesadillas and crepes, and there's plenty of games and lots of different options. And then our other clubs, like Student Congress, will have like a grill at lunch, or NHS does Whitey's, and it's just a great way to bring us all together for every class.
Wow, so it's definitely something that you all look forward to.
Very much.
Every single year. That's amazing. And you guys, the seniors, they dress up as elves.
Yes.
And hand out treats and things like that.
Yes, so I'm going to be an elf.
Yay.
Our big staple in Moline is Oreo balls. We love our Oreo balls.
That's
so a lot of our elves will bake different treats and go around to different classes or passing periods to sell them at different prices, different tickets for different foods, and students love them. It's usually a lot of the elves sell out by the maybe 4th or 5th period.
Wow, amazing. And we just actually saw a little bit of video of a previous donut eating contest. So this is really one of your biggest events, and that took place just this morning.
Just this morning.
So just this morning you were able to raise $7,000.
Right.
That's truly an incredible impact. Very cool. So Heidi, you would say this initiative really helps students in more ways than one. Obviously you're helping students at 15 schools, I think you said, throughout the district with that impact and that need. But it feels like the reach goes beyond that, because when you look at all the students at Moline High School that are participating, they're learning something too.
Right, it's absolutely, it's teaching all students to be carers and sharers and to think about others, especially during the holidays, and really know what it's like to give back.
Yeah.
Kids are impressionable and young, and this is one of the really cool things we do in Moline. And a lot of times, I've been doing this teaching for a while and doing Share Joys for a while. And one of the things that my former students always say, and former Moline students always say, is they have great memories and fond memories of Share Joys. So it's something that stays with kids through a lifetime.
Yeah, it is amazing. It's something I think to model after, at other schools and districts and things like that. So we talked about, how much money has been raised since the inception of Share Joys. You have big goals. Okay, so for the last, I would say, few years, because you sent me all that information, you guys have been able to raise about $50,000 per year, which is huge. But you have big goals for this year, Rowan.
Yes, we do. It's our 75th anniversary, so we're going 75 for 75 and hoping to raise $75,000.
Wow.
I think our current school record is about $62,000, and that was from my freshman year.
Wow.
And with the extra support from the community and what we've engaged with this year, we've been at Culver's and Panera and Chick-fil-A and working with a lot of different businesses to help us get there, and it's quite amazing.
That is so exciting. And that translates, Heidi, directly to how many students you can help.
Right. We've been trying to help between 350 and 375 students, but the more money we're able to raise, the more students we're able to help. So that's really the big goal.
That's the big goal. Okay, so after you raise the money and the campaign, the initiative is over for the year, what happens next as far as getting those needed items to those students that you raised the money for?
So students that are chosen for Share Joys, we essentially allow the school, each elementary school, middle school, high school, we allow the counselors and the principals and the teachers kind of have their different methods of how they choose families and choose students to receive Share Joys.
Okay.
And then once we know how much money we've raised, staff members and the family members of those students have, a shopping day. We go to the Moline JCPenney's. And over the course of a week, we do a lot of shopping for those kids. So
that is super cool.
Yeah.
A very neat thing. One thing that I was reading about that, Heidi, I don't know if you can speak to, that I thought was really funny is over these last 75 years, it has morphed and changed in so many different ways. I mean, I think the first few years that you did this, like 15 students were helped by it, and now it's grown dramatically. But one thing I thought was funny is that some events and activities have been toned down quite a bit over the years. So we don't talk a little bit about that, because some of the examples had me laughing.
Yep, some of the things that we used to do back in its heyday were pretty outrageous. We had goldfish eating contests, for example. Kids would take collections for however many Share Joys tickets they could raise to shave their heads or dye their hair, or just a lot of outrageousness. If high school kids can come up with a lot of outrageous.
Crazy,
so.
yeah. I just love it. I love the history there. I think that's why it makes me laugh so much. It just, you think of all the different decades that this has, this initiative has survived, and how many people have been behind it. So it's just a wonderful thing. And there is still time to donate to the Share Joys fundraising campaign. And I think, that we have the link there on your screen, so you can just visit that website. It's a Moline website. We'll be sure to include that on our website as well, which is kwqc.com/Quad Cities Live. So as soon as we post the segment for everybody, you can go online and you'll be able to click that link and help them reach that goal of $75,000. I have no doubt that you can do it. Thank you both so much.
Thank you
being
so
here
much.
today. Yes,
Appreciate being here.
Absolutely. Still to come in our next half hour, the Illinois Extension Office will join us with more on how we can support area wildlife as temperatures drop during these cold winter months. And later, a visit from Von Maur for a look at some of the most popular gift ideas this holiday season, from slippers to toys for kids. But first, after sub-zero wind chills early this morning and heavy wind gusts throughout the night, meteorologist Kyle Dickens has some good news about a warm-up. Your full forecast is next.
And now your first alert forecast with meteorologist Kyle Dickens.
Well, the winds are dramatically better than what they were yesterday. If you were with us last night, 66-mile-an-hour winds is what we picked up at Cedar Rapids. Close to 60 here at Moline as well. Davenport was about 58. So gusty winds are over. We've calmed down. Still gusted to 21 in Clinton, but I can tell you folks, those winds are slowly subsiding and will continue to do so as we head into the overnight hours. Temperatures, though, yeah, it is pretty darn cold out there, frigid. 23 degrees. Feels like 11, though. Those winds, again, calming down, helping that feel like temperature make it up into the low teens. Better than the negative teens that we were this morning. Feel like temperatures will improve a little bit in the next hour or so. Then we're going to fall back as we head into the overnight hours. Back into the single digits, close to zero by the time we wake up. But I've got some good news, folks. Warmer temperatures are on the horizon as soon as tomorrow. We take a look at temperature, air temperature. We're starting off, yeah, pretty chilly, but look at this, 34 degrees. We're north of freezing by the time we get into the afternoon hours here. And that's just par for the course as we get into the day on Saturday. Beautiful weekend is ahead for us. 44 degrees. How about that? Even some areas maybe closer to that 50-degree mark. I do think 50s are obtainable once we get to Sunday. So a very warm and pleasant weekend. Again, the good news, too, is we're expecting dry conditions. That's a good thing. A lot of events going on this weekend all across QCA. It's going to be an absolutely stellar weekend for that, to go out and enjoy those Christmas holiday celebrations going on all over the area. Friday, mostly sunny skies. A little bit of cloud cover comes into the weather picture Friday night into Saturday. But by the time we wake up and get into the daytime Saturday, we'll be back to mostly sunny skies. And again, that's going to allow us to warm up. 50s, look at that, 53 degrees possible once we get to Sunday. Monday, still a warm one. We'll get a bit of a dip here as we head towards the middle of the week. And then we're returning to above average temperatures. Look at this new Climate Prediction Center outlook showing well above average temperatures, almost likely, as we head into the next 8 to 14 days. So kind of a flip of what we've been noticing and been seeing the last several weeks, where temperatures have been well below freezing, or well below average, and well below freezing too. So kind of a flip here. Hopefully it doesn't extend into Christmas and we do get a white Christmas, but stay tuned for that. For tonight, though, temperatures once again dropping into the low teens, maybe some areas to the north into the single digits. But the good news is this is all short-lived, and tomorrow afternoon we're into the 30s, mid-30s, 40s by the time we get to Saturday. But yeah, Sunday, 53 degrees. That feels so nice. And once we get towards the middle of the week, yeah, still mid-30s. So Morgan, we can't complain too much about this forecast.
You would have seen my face staring at the 7-day just now. I was like completely, I can't believe it.
I know, and we get a nice weekend. Like, how about that? After this Arctic air, I think we deserve it.
Yeah, the sub-zero wind chill school carpool drop-off this morning was not ideal.
I bet. So. And you know what? A lot of people are probably going to be hanging those Christmas lights back up that I think fell from all that wind yesterday.
You're right. All right, Kyle, thank you. Well, up next on QCL, ways that you can support wildlife in your neighborhood during the frigid winter months. Unlike this weekend, the Illinois Extension will join us with some examples after the break.
You're watching Quad Cities Live.
We felt a real taste of winter overnight into this morning with sub-zero wind chills to start our day. And while we can take refuge from the bitter cold and snow, wildlife cannot. Emily Swihart is an educator with the University of Illinois Extension, and she is back in the studio with us today. Emily, welcome back.
Thank you for having me.
I was just telling you how much I love this topic. It is something that I don't think that we think about often, at least not a lot of people that are in aren't in horticulture like you are and things like that. But it is a real thing. So there are ways that we can help support wildlife through the really cold winter months, not the 50s like we're going to be seeing this weekend, hopefully. And the first one starting with food.
Yeah, yep. So you know, we're going through winter, and I think all enjoy seeing, like, you know, birds coming back, or we enjoy, you know, I brought my cardinals as an example, that we enjoy seeing them. They're basically the only color that we have in the landscape right now. But in order to have them, we need to support their life cycles and all their needs. So we first do think about food, right? We put out a lot of bird feeders. I brought a bunch of different examples. So you've got the bags of seed you can put out, different varieties, the mixed bag, or you can get more specialized, you know, single species mixes. Those are really great. One word of caution would be to make sure the bird feeders stay clean to prevent the spread of disease. I would also encourage people, especially in the winter months, to include things like suet or include things like mealworm. So,
oh boy.
Because the temperatures drop,
they're adorable.
Because the temperatures drop, these little, you know, creatures need to have a higher metabolism to, you know, keep their body warm. And what's going to help them do that is having higher fat and protein sources of food, which is going to be provided in something like a suet or in mealworm. And so you can incorporate it into what you're already doing, or just move away from the kind of the seed mix and put out more high protein, high fat content feed. If you want to involve the kids and start teaching them about, you know, taking care of birds, I brought this, probably familiar to many people, you know, the pine cone covered in a nut butter, mixed with some seed, you know, ornamentation.
What a fun activity. And just hang that outside somewhere. Oh, wow. Very cool. And, but, you know, before we were talking a little bit too about making sure that we're incorporating insects in this as well. Because while we're talking about the bird food that you put out and all of that, insects are also important.
Oh, absolutely. So when we're feeding birds right now, but we're not, I don't want people to get the wrong idea. We're not actually keeping them alive. We're just helping to supplement their diet. They're needing to still feed in our landscape. And that it consists a lot of caterpillars and insects that are still in our landscape in the winter months. And then also we want them to be there this spring. So they need to be able to overwinter. So what we need for that would be large mature trees. The crevices and the cracks, or the kind of like the gnarliness of the bark of these mature trees. A lot of insects will overwinter in those areas. Birds can eat them during the winter. They'll find them, or they'll be there next spring. Leaving plants in our landscape. This is a bouquet of flowers that looks a little lackluster right now, but when you leave these spent blooms in your landscape, birds can feed on them, but also in the stems of these plants, insects will overwinter as well. And so you can see there's some hollow pith in there.
So, like, we don't need to be getting rid of all of this stuff.
Nope. I like to tell people to be a really lazy gardener at the end of the season.
I love
Just wait until
that advice.
Late spring.
Okay, and I think I skipped ahead a little bit because we also want to talk about water. So we talked about food, talking about water. It's not something I think most people would necessarily think about.
I mean, it freezes in the winter, right? And so just because it's frozen doesn't mean our birds don't need it, or our wildlife don't need it. So things that you can do to help provide some water would be a heated bird bath. Of course, we don't want it to freeze in our bird bath and break you know, our bird baths, but you can get heated bird baths.
I had no idea.
You could use a dog bowl. You get heated dog bowls, or you could just change the water out with frequency and make sure that it never freezes fully. Or if you've got a larger, like, cattle tank or a pond, you can put some heaters in those and keep them from completely freezing over. Aerators work as well if you wanted to kind of like have a bubbler in your pond.
Wow, okay, so all good information there. And winter protection, you'd started talking about that, especially in regards to insects. Is there anything else that we need to know about, at least, you know, the plants that we have that look like they're dead, but we can leave them? She said we can leave them.
Yep, leave them be. Just, you know, enjoy
piles. You can have a few leaf piles, right?
Please have some.
That was
leaf
my favorite
piles.
segment that we did together, when you told me I don't need to rake all of my leaves.
Nope, you don't need to rake any leaves if you don't want to. But no, for protection, so we want to have places for insects to go. When we talked about the trees, those trees and the canopies and the shrubs are going to provide a refuge for our songbirds that we enjoy seeing, because they're prey for a lot of wildlife. So they need to have a quick escape from the bird feeders or from where they're enjoying the sunshine. They always need to have a really quick way to get into some cover. So that looks like evergreens or some shrubs or your trees.
Yeah, okay, so is there anything like a do not do? I mean, obviously we just spoke a little bit about it, like don't get rid of everything, you know, just because it's winter time and you think it looks unclean. Is there anything else that people should keep in mind that they may not be thinking?
Yeah, I think sincerely, like, maybe the do not do would be do not ignore like the feed that you've already started putting out, or like your bird feeders. I don't think people clean them enough. We want to disinfect them about once every week or once every 2 weeks.
Wow, okay.
With just a bleach solution, a 10% bleach solution, clean them out, or soapy water, hot soapy water would probably be good enough.
Yeah.
But that can be a place where you have all these birds coming to the same bird feeder, and just like people, they can pass germs.
Get sick.
Yeah, and so we don't want to create a space where they're going for food, but in fact they're getting exposed to some detrimental.
Yeah, I
illnesses.
agree. I thought that, like you mentioned that off the top, and that was a huge takeaway for me, because I thought to myself, of all the bird feeders that I've seen, I don't think I've ever seen a lot of people cleaning them and paying attention in that way. So really interesting stuff. And if you want to learn more about Illinois Extension programs or events in our area, you can visit them on the web. That's extension.illinois.edu/HMRS. That's going to take you right to our area. As always, Emily, thank you so much.
My pleasure.
For all the info. Yes. Coming up, Christmas shopping can be tough if you don't have any idea where to start, but we've got you covered today. Von Maur will be in studio after the break with options for everyone in the family. Coming up tomorrow on Quad Cities Live, it's our annual Toys for Tots donation drive. TV6 is partnering with the U.S. Marine Corps to collect new, unwrapped toys for area kids in need, and we will be live outside our studio. Plus, home for the holidays at the Freight House Farmers Market. We're getting a preview of this weekend event with live music, baked goods, local products, and of course, holiday cheer. That and more tomorrow on QCL. Well, we know people can be hard to shop for, so it's always nice when you can go to one place and find an incredible selection of gifts for all ages, from luxury items to thoughtful stocking stuffers. Von Maur is that place. Jessica Stoltz is joining us now. Jessica, welcome back. Thanks for being here.
Thanks for having us on today.
Yes, so much to talk about. And so Von Maur really is one of those places we're so lucky to have, because it really is a one-stop shop for everybody in the family, all your friends. I mean, even ornaments, like you can get anything there.
Everything you need, and I would, be remiss to not mention that, you do all your shopping, and then you can also have it gift wrapped while you're there.
Yes, that's right.
For free. So, it doesn't get any better than coming to Von Maur to do your holiday shopping.
It does not. Okay, so kind of describe for me the items that you have chosen to bring today, because from what I've seen, especially some of the adult items, these are very popular on a lot of wish lists.
Yes. So I did bring some items that, like you said, are very popular and really trending. I think if you get them, they're a home run. The UGG tail slipper is very popular with really
all ages
and girls, all ages.
Yes.
So you can't go wrong there. They come in different colors. But when we were talking off air, go in, get them now, because they are selling very fast.
They're flying off the
so
shelves.
if they're on your list,
don't wait.
Right now. And of course, there's little baby ones.
That's my favorite thing that you brought today.
Yeah,
is the tiny little baby UGG moccasins.
They can match.
Oh my gosh,
so that's
cute.
really fun. Everybody, I think, water bottles continue to be.
Now, what is this one? This is a hydro jug.
Hydro jug.
So these are just as popular as the Stanleys.
Just as popular, and I think the great thing is they aren't going to spill. It comes with that built-in straw.
Oh,
so if it tips over, you don't have to worry about the water spilling out. So it's kind of great for being leak-proof.
This is perfect for like the younger girls too, and boys who have been asking for the Stanleys. Like my daughter is too young for a Stanley, because it's just a little too expensive for a 6-year-old, but also because the straws stick out and you can't push them in and they spill everywhere.
Yeah, and again, there's different sizes. There's coffee mug styles, all sorts of things. So whoever,
this is on my wish list.
Mine too. Take notes, whoever's listening.
Yeah.
So the Dyson styler here. It comes with different attachments. So
this is
just
great.
an array of whatever you want to do with your hair. This whole box is full of goodies, and it doesn't use a ton of heat, which is great.
Yeah, it's better for your hair.
Yes.
Okay, I love all the stuff you have here. You've got the perfumes,
fragrances. I always like to keep in mind, like, what's a great hostess gift?
Yes.
Someone's having you over. What's a great thing to give? This Capri Blue holiday candle set is great for that. It smells wonderful.
Von Maur has all the great gift sets for people.
Yes. We just started carrying LL Bean. Across multiple categories.
Awesome.
So slippers, blankets, robes, all those things.
Some really unique kid kids items as well.
Yes.
Like really pretty stuff that you just like absolutely will not mind having in your living room.
And I love this little thing. There's again an assortment of things, but this is what, you know, it's wood, and it's just really nice for them to play with. They're really not going to break it. It's a little ice cream shop.
It's adorable.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, they get the shot as soon as I pick it up. It's an ice cream shop, and it's it's made out of wood. It's like really well made and very cute.
And it's all magnetic pieces, so really great.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, like the little ice cream tops come off, so very cute there. These magnetic type tiles that kind of just come off and put together is great for all ages. Again, boys and girls, they can just sit there and build.
Yeah, it's great for the creativity for that. And also like the kid and baby section is just really great all the time at Von Maur, but like really great like books for the holiday.
Love that, yes. And you know, this specifically.
And stuffed animals.
Yes, it's a book with a matching friend that goes with it, which I think it just brings the book to life for the kid that's enjoying it. So yeah, we really love those from Jellycat.
Okay, and the one other thing, which was probably one of my favorite things that you brought today, I'm like, I don't know if a child could do this, and you said, well, no, this is for us. This is for an adult. So this is an adult paint by number. It's absolutely like a beautiful scene. And I would just like, what a great, unique idea.
That's it for somebody who has everything, or, you know, it's going to be winter. What are we doing? This is a really great gift to give.
This is such a cool thing to be able to do, like if you're just like sitting at home, and look at what the finished product could look like. I mean, what a really cool thing. So you guys carry these as well.
Those,
so many puzzles,
all sorts of things like that. Yeah.
Well, just really great stuff that you brought for us here today. And for anybody watching, if you see something that you like, you can also order much of the stuff online at vonmaur.com, and of course find it all in our local store. Jessica, thank you so much for being here today.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely, and thank you for watching. Your News at 4 is up next.
New Family Management.
Call today.
Sahad, go deep.
Feel protected under our roof, so your family's free to pursue their dreams. Bundle life and save up to 25% on home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
I did know that back pain, foot pain come along with the job of waiting tables.
This is Tony.
Things that I've tried have failed.
And this is Tony's Good Feet story.
Before my arch supports, I felt defeated. But since getting the arch supports from the Good Feet store, I have had no pain, which still is kind of crazy to me. I'm more positive. It's like opening up a whole new life, like sunshine coming out. I would recommend it to anyone. You've tried everything that's not working, give it a try.
See how we can help you too at the Good Feet store.
Did you know poor speech and noise hearing is associated with up to 91% increased risk of dementia? Concept speech and noise testing can help you understand you and your hearing loss. Call Concept to receive your free hearing screening and find out how our state-of-the-art hearing devices can help.
Concept by Iowa Hearing, bringing people together.
Get great gifts this holiday season at Menards. Metabo has the power tools to take your project to the next level. Get any of these high-performance Metabo power tools today for just $99 each. Store your tools and organize your garage with our wide selection of Masterforce storage products. They're spacious, durable, and designed to last a lifetime. Get this Masterforce rolling tool chest for $699.98 now at Menards.
Warm season's greetings to you all from Menards.
Are you 55 or older and looking for upscale rural living? Look no further than Country View Villas in Aledo, Illinois. Conveniently located on the southeast edge of Aledo, Country View Villas is close to banking, shopping, groceries, gas, restaurants, and entertainment. Our all-inclusive rental packages cover everything from utilities to housekeeping, so you can enjoy a hassle-free lifestyle. Call today, 309-209-9848, or visit our website at countryviewvillas.com.
Sahad, go deep.
Feel protected under our roof, so your family's free to pursue their dreams. Bundle life and save up to 25% on home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
You're watching KWQ QCTV, making a difference in the Quad Cities.
Now on TV6 News.
New security images coming in of the suspect who shot and killed a healthcare CEO. The latest on the manhunt for the shooter. And firefighters in Galesburg battle a fire and the cold after a fire breaks out in a building in the downtown this morning. Plus, crews are still working to repair a water main break that left an